Okay. Thanks for the follow, unknown user. Alright. Oh, my ear is itchy. Okay. So, gotta log in. It says I'm live, but it never actually, accurately displays it. Pretty much everybody else is watching the inauguration right now. I'm pretty shocked at a lot of stuff the few minutes that I did watch of it, I'm pretty shocked at some of the stuff that he said, but I'm thinking back, in the back of my mind, I don't know if this sounds familiar to anybody else, but it sounds kind of biblical to me. This is my own personal opinion. The head injury and 3 days later rising again kind of thing. Everyone thinking of this person as the savior and ends up being something completely different. So, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about this situation, but I'm glad that, TikTok's back. That counts, right? I don't know how long, though. Probably end up something happening. And I was talking with Jeff about this earlier. Is Trump was talking a lot about having people who were in previous, television or some kind of services like that to be higher up, like in Congress or something. I don't know about politics, but I remember hearing him say that, and I thought that was really interesting because why would you want people who've been in television before if you weren't, with all these things going on with, the drones and, all this stuff, everything's going up. All the eyes are going up. So that's why I bet $1 that Trump's face will be in the sky at some point. So, just all of these things is it sounds almost like it was a setup. Like it was done on purpose for, publicity purposes, almost. It was like a manipulation in a sense. So, I don't know. Just be aware of your surroundings. Okay, so I just real quick wanted to show you guys something that I thought was really interesting. Jeff got this at Goodwill. We go to the bins and we get this stuff super cheap because they go by weight. If I can get it out of the box. Anyway. He got these oracle cards, which are super cool. And they have instructions with it. And then they have a really cool, even for those of you who are card readers or tarot readers or whatever, this actually has with dice, which was super interesting. I've never seen a deck like this. This might be normal for y'all, but I've never seen it. And it's you roll the dice and then whatever card number or layout is what you get, right? And then it has each one of the cards have their own meaning and then on paper, but then you're also supposed to use the cards in a way of looking at it visually and saying whatever comes up in your mind is the first thoughts that come up in your mind is what's related to whatever the card is or whatever the situation or question is. So basically what you do is, and each one of the definitions is in the book. It gives you a very clear listing of on both sides of what it is. And you just roll the dice and pull the deck, and it says that card one answers. Oh wait, it says think of a question, then roll the dice and use it to pick the number of cards and its corresponding layout, which is this. I'm gonna read from the back of the card. Number 1, the card answers your question. Number 1 card is your Number 2, card 1 is your conflict and tarot, and card 2 is in its resolution. Number 3, the 3 cards are past, present, and future of the issue. Number 4 4 sides of the issue: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Number 5, the pentagram. Card 1 is the top of the star, represents your spiritual goal. Cards 1 to 4 are your journey to this goal. Number 6 is the Celtic cross. Card number 1 is the main issue, 2 is the conflict, 3 is the past, 4 is the present, 5 is the future, and 6 is the resolution. I don't know if you guys can see the more detailed ones, but that's the way the layout is for this card game. This oracle deck. So, I don't have dice, but, and I actually have never played it like that before. The way I use it, that's one way of doing it. This is the way I do it. Usually, you know, the regular tarot cards, I mean, this pretty much has the same layout and idea and stuff like that, wording, itemizing as the cards for the tarot. So, but this is a little bit more intuition based, I feel like. So, I don't know, I just thought it was really interesting. And plus the colors on the back, the artwork on the back of the card and on the front of the cards are really beautiful. This is the back of every card. This is just the pattern for the deck. And again, this is all like intuition. Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind whenever you look at this picture. It's kind of like one of those psychological, like, ink blot kind of things. But, you know, what's funny is, like, I look at it, and every single time I look at the cards, I see something different. Or something new. Or something that I didn't see before. Or maybe whatever I did see before now looks a little bit different or bigger or in a different place or something. Like, it just doesn't... I don't know. But when I first look at these cards, I thought of an Oriental lady. Like one of those old Oriental pictures that was, like, blotted. Like, sun-blotted. And then now that I'm looking at it in the imagery in the camera, as it's reversed back to me, I see something completely different. I see cities. I see, like, houses in the background, like, with smoke coming up out of the chimney, and, like, a monastery or something, like, churchy, or maybe trees, and a big, big statue of some kind. That's what I see. Depends on what you see. I also see, like, a carousel. I don't know if you can see it here. Big old circle carousel. Lady standing here looking up. That's what I first saw, was that. And then now I see, like, wings and, like, a cloud. Maybe she's got, like, a dress on or something. I don't know. But that's what I see now. But, like, when I first looked at the deck, I didn't see that. And now, you know what's funny is I said wings here because I couldn't really see the rest of it. But if I look at the actual card itself, it has a bird. I never saw that bird before when I was looking at it. Thought that was kind of cool, too. And there's, like, a little river with the ferns. Or is that peacock feathers? I don't know. But, so yeah. But, you know, what's funny is I'm looking at it straight on. I don't even see that house. That's so crazy. In the imagery, in the reversal, I see the house on the hill and the house in the forefront. But when I look directly at the image, I don't see that. I just see ferns. Like Caesar wore across his head. It's too brute? A bottle of ink? Candelabra? I don't know. I'm just coming up with some random shit. Anyway, so that's the way the back looks. But each one of these cards has their own meaning. And just like in that one picture that I just showed you, each one of these has their own meaning, has their own titling, has their own, you know, whatever set of pictures. Like, for example, this is Father card. See, it's kind of awkward to look at at first. Just like, oh, it's really cool artwork. But the more you look at it, the more that it will associate with things to your question. Or even if you don't have a question, you'll start to recognize that there's things that are within as well as without. Not without. Like, within and, like, outside of you. So like your external world. There'll be similarities in certain things that you notice, things that are brought to the forefront of your mind, like bringing awareness of self as well as your surroundings. So, or situations. So like with this, you have the tree with the eggs inside, and then you have the guy sitting on the chair, right? There's one with like a bird, and there's like words and stuff. This one has words on it, but it doesn't, okay. I mean, how do I describe this? It means something to whoever it's meant to mean something to. Like if 3 or 4 people are going to read this sentence across the top of this card, it probably doesn't mean anything to 3 people, but it might mean something to one of them. So it's whether or not it resonates with you. So if you see something in it and it has something to do, or it just pops the first thing into your mind, whatever the thoughts, words, sounds, colors mean things, numbers mean things, animals are messengers, so they mean things. So like there's a lot of different meanings in each one of them. So I'm just showing you like how the artistry in it is as well. It's really cool. Like I've not seen imagery like this before. Like this, at least. So I thought that was kind of cool to share with y'all. And like I said, this is called an Oracle deck. And so what I do, me personally, when I do tarot, I'll get a thought in my mind, and like I'll shuffle the deck and stuff like that, and I'll usually just think about, like, I'll just try to clear my mind and like just think about like whatever seems like I want to answer to of some kind. And then I'll just either the ones that fall from the deck, which is a new thing for me. When I first started watching TikTok and YouTube and stuff like that, I never saw someone let the cards fall from the deck before. It was always just chosen, at least the people who did tarot in my existence. So when I started letting the cards fall, it was really like counterintuitive for me. So it doesn't matter. The cards actually themselves don't really matter. It's the message that matters. And so the cards are a tool to get the message across. So it depends on like where your mind's at, I guess. Hey. So like with tarot, and I don't know tarot. I just do what I do, whatever feels comfortable for me. So what I do is I'll just shuffle them. It doesn't matter how many times, because like I said, it's just a tool. It doesn't matter any one of these cards that I pick. It's going to tell you a message. It doesn't matter which direction it's facing. I mean, it does as a yes or no answer, or like a positive or negative aspect of it. But like it doesn't matter as far as like if it turns over, if you're the type of person to not read a card in reverse, that's fine. You're still going to get the message. It doesn't matter. You're still going to get the message. Whether it's upside down, sideways, or regular, or diagonal, you're still going to get the message. So, another thing that you guys could probably look into too is like Zener cards and stuff like that for intuition testing and just, for practice and stuff. Another one that I did show you guys. I don't know what I did with the 10, but hey, my fiance is being silly. I don't know what we did with the cards, but we did have cards that had shapes on them, only shapes and numbers, and that was it. And you could use those types of cards. You could use a regular deck of playing cards. Each one of the numbers and shapes that are in a deck of playing cards are the same thing. There's always 4, and like for the tarot, I believe it's like wands, swords, coins, And crap, now I can't remember what the fourth is. So it's swords, wands, pentacles. And there's a fourth. Anyway, so each one of those is the same thing as like the spades, hearts, diamonds, and whatever the fourth one is for the cards too. For some reason, your brain actually only has the option for 4 choices. The fourth is kind of always blurry. So legitimately, I kind of just showed you how your brain kind of works. That's why menus are so hard to choose from, because there's more than 4 options. So that's why typically they always have beef, chicken, pork, or some other kind of meat as your baseline for all menus. I don't know if anybody noticed that or not. But yeah, your brain can only handle 4 options at the same time. After that, it just kind of goes like into overdrive or some shit. I don't know. So, but now I'm gonna have to go back and look. Hold on, let me Google this shit. Now I can't think of it. What are the 4 shapes on cards? I'm stupid. Don't mind me. I'm awake, but I'm not awake. Hearts, diamonds, spades, and clubs. That was it. Clubs. I can't remember the clubs. Okay, step on tarot cards. Alright, so you have wands or rods, cups, swords, or pentacles, or coins. Okay, so wands, rods, cups, swords, and pentacles, or coins. So those 4. They represent the earth, air, fire, and water. The major arcana, or minor arcana, is a section on the tarot deck. So, but yeah. So what I do, typically you would just like, I don't even know, shuffle a couple times or something. I don't know, split the deck, and then go forward from there. But you're supposed to knock on it too and shit. Like, I don't know, you're supposed to do a bunch of shit. But I just shuffle it. Sometimes I'll knock. Sometimes I'll cleanse them with like sage or some kind of smoke, whether it's incense or something like that. And just like sit there for a minute and just blank-mindedly kind of just shuffle the cards, like subconsciously, not blank-mindedly. Well, I guess in a way it is kind of blank-minded. And then I just pick the cards. Now, my typical card pull is a regular tarot pull. Normally. Sometimes I do access the information from the deck based on a storyline. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I learned that this seems to give me a lot of information that I thought was very interesting. So, what I do, and I guess I don't know how I would show you guys this. I just have to put this here. I'll just lay it out and then I'll just turn the camera around. Anyway, alright. So, like a typical tarot deck reading would be, the first one is sideways. The second one's on top of it. And so forth and so on. You go around. Now I'm going to actually, for purposes of this reading, I'm not actually going to read these cards right now. I'm just going to show you the layout. But I'm going to turn these cards around so they're upright. So you can read it and see the imagery and stuff like that I'm talking about. Now, for those of you who do not do reversals, this is how your typical layout for a tarot reading would be on a regular layout. And then you have the reversal of the deck, which is the overall of the reading. So you have your situation, conflict, all this stuff. And then you have your past, present, future, outcome, and then like all of your layouts going forward. And like I think I said conflicts and stuff. So you would look at the cards, and then whatever the question in your mind is related to, or whatever the thought process is related to this, is connected to each other. And so like I said, each time that you look at these cards, like this is the one on the top of the deck. Oh, I haven't even shown you guys yet. Sorry. All right. So a typical layout kind of looks like this. Sorry for my desk. That's a typical tarot reading layout. That's just a general baseline. At least for me. Hey. What? Oh, hold on. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Yeah, I like that.
What now?
I said that's cool. I like that. All right, I'm going to show everybody. Hold on, y'all. Jeff just put the shower curtain up. That's oh, that's funny. Don't mind my mess. Ow! Oh, just walked up to the thing. So yeah, that's our shower curtain now. Lord. Hey, it was on the wall for the longest time now. So, anyway. Alright, so yeah, this is, like I said, the typical layout for said tarot. And, so, a reversal, when I say reversal, I mean like, okay, like say if this is the typical layout for the card, the reversal would be in reverse. So upright is yes, positive, happy, high energy, high frequency, forward motion type thing. But in reverse, it's no, whatever the yes or no answer is. Negative, reversal, backwards, chaotic, just whatever the negative things are in life, and then each one of these cards individually, like I said, it has, you might not be able to see it that well, but it has imagery. And like I said, every single time you look at the card, you're going to see something either really stand out or like something will fade and then another thing will show up more, or you'll see something from a different angle. Because like I said, if you read reversals, you're going to see it from a different point of view. And that might be the actual message. Maybe because the card laid up reversed, maybe you just need a different point of view of whatever the perspective is of the situation, of whatever the question and the thought process is. Blah. So, so yeah. Anyway. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put these back, and I'm going to do an actual upright reading to show you what I'm talking about. And like I said, anything that would be in reverse is going to be the negative of that. Actually, no, I'm just gonna do a regular reading. Whether it comes out positive or negative, I don't know. Because in life, think of this as like pages in a book. In life, there's positive and there's negative. And then there's the spaces in between, which is part of, in my personal thinking, part of the 369, which is the positive, the negative, and the nothing, the void. So the void is something that we're all terrified of. It's the unknown. And what's the first thing that happens when you don't know something? You get scared. And so the point in it being in the Bible 365 times, do not fear, do not be afraid, is because the void is there for a reason. The void is there for the power of choice. We have the ability to pick and choose our paths, and the void is the unknown, right? So giving yourself grace as a human being, because we are already given that 1% error in all of us, that 369, that void that ends up happening between the positive and the negative, the zeros, the ones, the yes, the no, whatever you want to call it. When you get that void, that's when we start to become afraid. And that's why it says do not be afraid, because you do not yet know the answer. You're still in the void. So, what you call it? And our thoughts and our words create our reality. So, the 3D, the 5D, whatever other Ds that there are out there. Probably infinitely, just the ones that we're aware of, more so. But anyway, on to the next. So I'm going to go ahead and do a regular layout of the tarot. Mind you, I do not know tarot. I am not a professional. This is for entertainment purposes only. And if it resonates, great. If it doesn't, just let it the fuck out. So yeah, but I will also be along with you guys learning this deck, because this is the first time I'm actually doing a tarot reading off of this deck specifically, and I still have to learn which one of the cards are. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I figured it'd be something different than the presidential inauguration that's happening right now. So yeah, keep an eye on that, by the way. Lots of words on that. Kudos, though, to the mention for Western North Carolina and him talking shit about the government. Just saying. But, yeah, y'all might want to check that out. Especially the first, I think, part of his inauguration, because I just tuned in when he came up to the podium. So, whatever the first part of his speech was the only thing I heard. So, because I got screenshots of him coming up to the podium. I thought that was kind of cool. I think I did last time, too. I think I took pictures of my TV the last time he became president. Oh, anyway. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and start laying out. This is just a general reading. It's not for anyone in particular. If you want to take it personal, go ahead. I like offending people. So, offense causes a change of perspective, self-awareness, and it causes, a little bit more of a spark in life. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Anyway, that's why I say if you get offended, good. I'm meant to. You're meant to get offended. It causes change, causes creation. So, I know I've been shuffling this deck for like an hour. Anyway. All right. I don't know if it's going to come up positive or negative. All I know is it's going to be a layout. That's all I know. I'm probably going in the wrong direction. I don't even care. I'm just going to give a layout. Whatever comes out, and this is what we're going to give the reading. And if you take it, you take it. If you don't, you don't. I don't care. One way or another, I didn't even know I was going to do this today. Ta-da! Alright, so overall, for the reading for today, for whoever this is for, I have no idea who this is for. Overall reading is sorrow. I think a lot of us have been in that lately. This could resonate for me. It could resonate for you. I don't know. We're going to run with it. Could be a self-reflection thing. Who knows? Alright, so sorrow, wrong one side, is the overall for the reading. If I could find the word. Where's the word? Oh, here it is. Okay. Heartache, sadness, suffering, but with the knowledge that shadow emotions bring renewal. So, yes, like I said, destruction causes creation. So, in our sadness causes our purpose for happiness, right? So, the overall is sorrow, which is heartache, sadness, suffering, but with the knowledge that shadow emotions bring renewal. So, whoever this is for, they're going through a period of time of sadness, but they know that this period of sadness is not going to last. It's going to create change. It's going to spark anew again, because she's already passed the crossroads. See how she's like walking, here's the desolation, and like she's leaving the crossroads behind. Here's the crossroads. She's already done past the crossroads. She's moving on a new path. So she doesn't have to make a choice anymore, even though she's sad. She seems like she's really sad, but she's leaving behind all this desolation. And like it looks like it could start new, like it could start growing new again. But at the bottom of it, I don't know if you guys can see at the top, it's very, very clear. Maybe the path is clear. now. The storm's behind her. You know, maybe the storm's behind her. But the thing is, I noticed, is that even though there's sorrow, it looks like a map at the bottom of the deck. Or bottom of the card, I'm sorry. And this just looks like a name of like something, like, you know, like the name of a city or something, like London or, I don't know, something like that. Like where it would be all blocked out on a map. I don't know if you guys can see that. But, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe this person, whoever this reading is for, maybe this person's going through a period of transition, but they know that it's going to be speeding up soon. Things are going to start taking flight. Growth, movement, motion forward movement. Oh, I wrote the counter. Wait. Why did I say that? I wrote the counter. Maybe that means something. I don't know. So I accidentally put the wrong cards. Typical layout was wrong. Maybe it was meant to be this way. I don't know. So that's another thing in tarot. Nothing is absolute. So I put this card down on top of this one. I meant to put this one this way and then put this one this way. But I did it differently. I messed up, but maybe it's meant to send a message for someone. So the bottom card, which was supposed to be sideways, is actually upright, which is winter, which is right now in eastern North Carolina, or western North Carolina, sorry. Eastern United States, western North Carolina. So right now it's winter in the mountains where I'm at. So I meant to do that sideways, but for some reason it was upright. So maybe it was like to send me a message of saying like, okay, winter right now, right? Currently. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to make that sideways. So this one came out sideways, which is brother. Let's see what winter meant. Hold on. Winter was a time of the year when the earth sleeps. So endings. So right now, maybe because of the fact that this person, whoever it is, has gone through the crossroads already, their ending has already happened. Maybe during the winter, like I said. See, it's got winter, it's desolation, there's nothing back there, it's death, it's growth, end of growth. Moving forward into a new brother, which came up weird. So this might mean something for somebody, I don't know. But a kindred spirit holds your hand and helps you fly. So again, look, I don't know if you see this or not, but it looks like this person is standing on the world and like taking this. If this person is brother, I would assume this is sibling of sorts. Then this brother is transitioning and traveling. Looks like, I mean, look at this. It looks like a tire. So, like a guide, sounds like, because the way that they described it was, a kindred spirit holds your hand and helps you fly. So maybe someone, you know, is grounding you, or because of grounded was a word that came to mind with the whole TikTok thing. I felt like the United States got grounded for a hot minute. You know, I don't know. It just felt like that. Anyway, so this is a rainbow. It looks like spectral almost, specifically neon in this imagery. And I'm not real sure if this is I can't do gender, but I do see that there is a bird with a small rose on her shirt. I'm just going to say her. Feels very feminine. Now remember, in tarot, feminine and masculine energies do not specifically mean male and female. We all inherently own masculine and feminine energies in each one of us, whether you're male or female. So, whoever this is, there is a spirit of some kind helping you through this transition. Whether it's a sibling, I don't know, anything. So, Maybe you had a passed on sibling that you didn't know about. Maybe you have just someone who is a kindred spirit, maybe in the spiritual realm, or maybe legitimately someone here on Earth, just helping you in a different place. Maybe they would have to travel, or maybe they do travel, maybe for work or something, travel around the world. Maybe they're on the other side of the world. This may have something to do with the LGBTQ community, or it could just mean that there's different points of view because of the fact that there is multiple colors in this spectrum. So, or they could be on the spectrum. So, representation of imagery is very random. So take it as ever how, and you can look at the card and have your own thought process that has something to do with you specifically. So it just varies differently for everybody. So I'm trying to remember if I go down and around or if I go up, down and around. Anyway, I'm just gonna start at the bottom. Okay, let me actually no. I need to look that up. I need to do it the right way. What order do you read tarot in a typical deck? Layout. North, south, east, and west. Take the first card off the top of the first pile. This will be south. Take the top card off the second pile. This will be west. Take a card from the third pile. This will be east. And at the top of the card from the last pile is north. I've never split it 4 ways before. That's different. Yeah, you can read tarot with playing cards, like I said. All right, so it depends on which layout you want because there's different types of layout. Choices between yes and no. A lot of times, like especially before when I was still single, when I would go on dates, I would legitimately flip a card yes or no as to whether or not I should go on the date because I got stood up so many damn times. I got tired of driving to locations, and I also started picking places that I actually wanted to eat dinner at. So that way, if I got stood up, I still ate. Okay, so it's just telling me other spreads. I don't know. Maybe I'm pulling the wrong spread. Oh no. All right. Tarot spread with 4 on the left and 4 on the right. Or no, that's not 4. That's 6 on the left. No. Different tarot spreads. Okay, so this is a Celtic cross. For some reason it showed me a different one. Okay, so consists of 10 cards, each representing a different aspect of the person's life. Alright, Celtic cross spread. How to read the Celtic cross spread. Okay, so it is I was right, actually. Wow, that's weird. Counterintuitive. So the first one is winter, so it is upright. The second one is the counter, so it crosses over it. The third one is to the left, which in this case is spring. The fourth one is to the right. The fifth one is up. The sixth one is down. The seventh one is over 8, 9, 10. So card number 1, which is the center one, which is winter, represents the present. present, not present. Slip of words also count. The present card represents what's happening in the current to the querent, which is me, at the present time. It also reflects the querent's state of mind and how they are maybe perceiving the situation. Okay, so let me reread this then. We're learning. Time of the year when the earth sleeps, an ending. So they may be perceiving the situation as an ending, like I said in the sorrow. Again, the actual paper definition of what this is versus your intuition and what you see may vary. Okay, this is a baseline for you to understand what the card means as a baseline understanding of what the energy is. As far as your intuition, though, that's different. That is using information subconsciously, let's just say, that is found whether by clairaudient, by sound, or by visually seeing something, or feeling something, smelling something, like sensory items. So, so it may your readings may vary, okay, by whoever's reading and by your own definition of what you see and what you are experiencing in your own life, and also what's happening in the world around us. So, again, what you see in the card, even if I don't speak on it, it may be relevant to you specifically. So, okay, how a person may be perceiving the situation. Number 2 is the challenge card, brother, which is the challenge. This card represents the immediate challenge or problem facing the querent. I don't have a brother. So, this is one thing that, if resolved, could make life a lot easier. Even if you draw a positive card in this position, consider it carefully as it will still represent a challenge. So, you may have a challenging sibling. You may have a challenge with siblings. Someone's brother might be a challenge to you. The person if it is a person that is challenging, could be a brother to someone. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just the word, or it could just be the challenge is, like I said, whatever the spectrum or rainbow or whatever you want to identify it as, it may be the challenge right now. Okay, so 3, which is to the left, is the past. This card represents, which for this is spring. This card represents the events that have led up to the present situation and may provide some indication of how the challenge came about. Again, with brother. Did you get into an argument with your brother in the spring? Or are you going to have an argument with your brother in the spring? Is that going to be a challenge for you? I see a lot of growth, though, from it, whatever it is. I see a butterfly, so definitely change. Definitely evolution of some sort with a brother of some sort, or male figure, or masculine entity. Okay, so that is the past, though. So maybe last spring. So number 4, which is this one, speaking truth, is the future. This card represents what is likely to occur in the next few weeks or even months, and this is not the final outcome, simply the next step on the journey. So maybe there was a conflict with a brother in the past, in the springtime, maybe last year, or in the past of some kind. Maybe it was earlier in the year. Or again, this may or may not have happened yet. It says that it has, but it may or may not have happened yet. Because we're in infinite, multiverses. It's infinite answers. So there's no guarantees on anything at any specific point in time. This could have happened, or it will be happening, or it's going to happen now. Past, present, future type stuff. So speaking the truth. See how the bird's flying? This brother might be helping this sibling of some kind may be helping this person be able to speak the truth on a situation in the future. May have been an argument in the past, and maybe the truth will come out because of that. So card 5, which is the top card, is above, which is the world. Oh wait, no, I gotta go back and reread. I gotta read what spring was. Sorry. Yeah, I'm going back and forth here. Spring. Okay, new beginnings, youth, and hope. So maybe in the spring you'll have a new beginning. Okay, what is speaking the truth? Speaking truth. When I speak the truth, I am free. I feel clean. The truth lifts me up from darkness and gives me wings. Maybe your brother is going to tell you the truth about something. I know I'm kind of specifically stuck on brother, but I honestly only have seasons as other options right now. So maybe in between seasons, you'll find the truth in something about your family. Or someone who seems like a brother figure. I don't know. Okay, so speaking truth. Truth lifts me from darkness and gives me wings. Again, when I would say lifts me from darkness, I was talking about the sorrow card with the crossroads of, coming out of this, even coming from winter to spring, you automatically see that transition happening. Like I said, at the bottom of this deck, or about the bottom of this card, or top of this card, there was desolation and they're going towards the world. Whereas before there was desolation and now there is change and growth. So maybe a lot of change and growth will happen from this conversation of truth that is being spoken from this brother. Just putting pieces together. This more both baseline. I haven't really read into the cards yet. I do see a tipped cup, which could represent emotions spilling out. A hunger or a need to speak the truth or spit out whatever they have to say. The world, you've come into your own. You get to dance and play with all the colors of your paint box. So in the reverse, maybe this person, again, going back to the spectrum or the individuality of a person, or maybe the person felt like whatever it was that made them feel authentic was being held back in some way. In the reverse, the world has not come into their own. You do not get to dance. You do not get to play with all the colors in your paint box. You don't even get the paint box kind of thing. In the reverse, feels like, especially where the brother is kind of like this on the cards, maybe you feel restrained or like feel like you can't be yourself entirely. Needing to speak your truth, maybe your throat chakra is blocked. Feeling like you don't have what you need to be able to be at your best. Change in perspective is definitely needed for all parties involved, whoever this is. But just know that you do have someone guiding you or helping you along this path. Even though things may seem dark and desolate right now, you have the whole world ahead of you. So, and even though it may feel like the world is stopped right now, you are moving. There is forward movement now. Maybe someone is moving. There's a lot of movement on this card, on this deck. So, a lot of motion, change, transition. So the bottom one is below, since card number 6. This card reflects that which is within the subconscious realm of the querent and delves much deeper into the core foundations of the situation. It symbolizes the underlying feelings and trends associated with the situation and can indicate what is truly driving the querent. This card may bring a surprise message to the querent, particularly if they're not deeply connected to their inner being. Watch out for reverse cards here, which are likely to indicate that this is an unknown to the querent. So just be prepared that whatever I'm about to say, I may be speaking the truth on something, and it may shock you to know whatever it is that I'm saying. But it's going to happen in the summer. Whatever happened in the past, you're moving forward from. Someone's going to tell you the truth about something that happened that caused all of this. And someone somewhere is helping you. Whether it's now or in the future. Maybe someone in the background is helping that you're unaware of. I hear the word sovereignty. Escalation, desolation. I said desolation. Escalation. Rising up, because it looks like a sunrise. It's a hummingbird speaking truth in her ear. Once this person has redelved it, it's going to come from someone. Looks almost like an older figure with the gray hair, makeup, blush, maybe an older mother figure, female figure of some kind is going to speak the truth. And you're going to hear it. You're going to hear about it. Someone's going to get some information about something somewhere. You're going to hear it from a little bird. You're going to hear it from a little birdie. But don't say anything. See how she's sitting there sorrowful? Just like this girl in this picture. Whoever this is that's going to give you this information may or may not be true. Okay? This person may have said something maybe to you at some point in time, or will say something to you in the future. It's going to change your perspective of things. Or maybe something that's said is going to bring about some kind of change that we weren't expecting in the world. We need to have that holographic flag as soon as possible. Let's see, the world, the end of the world. Okay, so the next one is 7, which is advice. The advice card takes into account all that is happening within the querent's life and presents a recommendation for what approach can be taken to address the current challenges. This card is called Gentleness, and someone may be coming out and they need gentleness. Like I said, I think someone somewhere may be moving. Someone may be going through a transitional period right now where they are finding out that they are different. Maybe they're on the spectrum. Maybe they find out that the life that they were living wasn't the life that they were really needing to live. But gentleness is needed as the advice. So like I've said in some of my social media posts, especially like on TikTok and stuff like that, which, welcome back TikTok, temporarily. The advice for being gentle during this time period of people going through all of this transition. And the same thing for the cards is personally is the same thing in the world. So when I speak on the tarot, I don't just speak on you personally. You can take it however you want to. But as far as like the things in the world, these things also relate to the events that are happening in the world, not just to self or to another person or someone in your surroundings. You'll notice things in your personal life will happen in your surroundings, and the changes that you have in your mind will happen in the world around you. So gentleness is needed. External influences. This card highlights people, places, and energies or events which will affect the outcome of the question and are beyond the querent's control. It's funny that last part was there because the card is called Child. Okay, so Child. Oh, gentleness. Gosh, I'm sorry, guys. Gentleness. Sorry, let me backtrack a little. Sometimes we mistake hardness for strength. This card reminds us that the softness of heart and gentleness of spirit can guide us in unexpected ways. So that's the advice card. And the external influence is Child. So Child is color outside the lines, court a child's mind and invoke play or children. There may be children involved in this situation. You may need to start sparking your own creativity in a way to be able to be gentle to yourself. Who knows during this time? I really always encourage imagination and influence of authenticity because of the fact that it raises the vibration of the collective. If I could just get 4,000 people to believe that there is something greater than themselves, then we will all elevate as a collective. Okay. So then 9. Hopes and or fears. This is perhaps one of the most difficult positions to interpret. Keep in mind that hopes and fears are closely intertwined. Therefore, that which we hope for may also be that which we fear. I'm not reading it again. So may it fail to happen, because it is useful to draw a second card for clarification after the reading has been laid and to read the two together. Okay. Hopes or fears can get a clarification card. All of them can get a clarification card. Anyway. All right. So clarification is creativity. Oh, there you go. Clarifying what I said earlier about using your creativity in a way to be able to move forward. The fox comes up with new ways to solve problems. He has rainbow energy and a clever spirit. I don't know if y'all seen this, but there's a lot of rainbow energy in this reading. A lot. Even in the darkness, there is still illumination because the moon represents the truth, something hidden. Like I said here, you have a red moon in this imagery, or even a sun, going back into the transition of information through the sun to this person, i.e. whoever collective is. The advice is gentleness, even in finding out this truth, even though you have to be gentle with yourself, even in this darkness, even in this period of whatever is hidden is going to come to light. Someone is going to tell you the truth. And it might quite possibly be either a child, a brother, a sibling of some kind somewhere in the world. Maybe even a older figure, maybe coming and speaking this truth about a child. I see a lot of birds, so that's messengers. So a lot of messages coming through. Or quickly. Could be message coming quickly from this transition from winter to spring, summer. Or maybe last spring you had this conflict. You're ruminating about it in a negative way this winter. But by summertime, you're going to find out the truth. And creativity is the ability to transition also, again, from the truth into whatever your aspirations are. Find problem solving for this situation. So the outcome, you feel your hopes and our fears are your creativity. You hope your creativity, or you fear your creativity, said things. So, and number 10 is the outcome. This card is representative of where the situation is headed and how the situation or issue will be resolved. It assumes the outcome based on the querent continuing their current course of action. Of course, if the outcome card is not a desirable outcome, it is within the free will of the querent to make the necessary changes to their situation. So the outcome is incantation. Incantation. Words evoke worlds. Use your words carefully. Success in writing and public speaking. So using your creativity publicly will probably be your best bet, or may be the outcome of this situation. This person, or this, I have a really strong pull personally towards a situation of someone coming out, speaking the truth about coming out and traveling. They may be moving, they may be going across the world, they may be coming from across the world to tell you this truth. They may be part of a community, whether it's a spectral community or a identifying community of some kind. This may bring harmony to you, because I see a lot of colors, originally starting from a very dark place, coming into a very vibrant location or vibrancy. Maybe bringing yourself out more publicly, speaking your truth, being creative. You are going to hear about something from someone. Someone's going to bring you a message. It could be, if this is a career type reading, this could be someone who you knew in the past, kind of close, maybe a coworker or something like that. Maybe you got fired, and someone's going to come and speak the truth on a situation. Or positive side of the career, someone is going to bring you a job, and your creativity is going to make it flourish. Something that has to do with your family. I see brother, child. I see a lot as far as concerning birds with your messengers, quick messengers. I see a lot of the evolution of sun and moon. So things coming to light, coming out of dark period of time, moving forward into a new world. I always say rise up to a new world, to a better tomorrow, hashtag. I feel like your world has felt like it was turned upside down because of this situation. Maybe someone spoke on something and it caused like chaos in the past, and now they're coming to apologize about it. And I really more feel either someone is going to come out, or there's a job coming in, or information coming in. I see that, and I know I'm kind of going like this, but that's the way I'm seeing the flow of this, is like a swirly forward movement and upward, kind of. Like before it was all swirly and you weren't really sure what was going to happen, and everything was kind of chaotic and stuck, and now there's forward movement, and not just forward movement, but up. Quickly. Look at this rainbow. And it's just whoosh, up there, right? I mean, this spectrum. I keep seeing the rainbow part of it. I don't know why. I'm just drawn to that for some reason. And this one too. This one's got the whole side of it is the rainbow. So, and a lot of spheres. I see a lot of spheres, animals. You might be surrounded by animals or have animals, pets. You might be able to be creative with having something to do with animals, maybe humanitarianism type thing. Excuse me. I see world change, speech. Again, being careful what you say because your words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. Okay. But yeah, I think that all right. So the way that I read my tarot also, after I'm done with that part, if I do clarifiers, which creativity can have a clarifier. So I'm going to pull a clarifier from the bottom. It's Princess. Clarifier for hopes and fears for creativity is Princess. So where's Princess? Okay, so she walks in beauty and is shining light to others. She treats all living things with kindness and love. So yeah, going back to the gentleness, the kindness, maybe there's a fear of being able to be gentle and kind with people. Maybe because of this darkness in your past, or accept gentleness and kindness from people. I know personally I have experienced that as well. It's sometimes difficult to be able to express yourself properly. But I feel like whatever this situation is, whatever this person says, because this is very bold, dark in my side of this thing. Whatever this person says, you're gonna hear it. You're gonna find out about something, and it's gonna cause you to need to be gentle with yourself or your surroundings, and understand that your past is your past, and you're moving forward to a new future that is very bright. It's got a lot of color in it. It's got a lot of creativity and gentleness and kindness and it's speech and a lot of speaking. Your mind, your creativity will come out in your words, whether you become, someone who sings or someone who is a hands creator. Maybe you're a creator of like social media. Maybe your inner child will come out in your creativity and will be able to be shown to the world in a way that was never expressed before because you felt desolate and alone and scared to be able to bring this part of you out. But you're moving to a whole new world, and very quickly. And it's beautiful. This is how I do my tarot. I continue on the deck. It tells a story. I've been seeing a lot of unicorns, and Jeff will tell you this. We've seen so many freaking unicorns at Goodwill and other places that we've been. It's wild. It really is. It's crazy. Just know that, and another thing is, too, that he just picked up, and I'm just going to go ahead and tell you this, the storm. Having strength in the storm. The storms that you've had and gone through in the past, I feel like you're moving out of that. You're moving forward into very quickly into a lot of beauty. You may feel like a princess. Who knows? But yeah, like one thing that I really love about tarot is that it does give a lot of hope to a lot of people. And even though hope floats, as they say, you'll get a lot of spiritual guidance in it. A lot of times, it'll plant the seeds for the future. And you never know who might come along and help you become successful. It might even bring out the wildness in you and communication in the community. Again, having to do something with siblings of some kind, whether it's a community sibling, like a soul sister. They're going to bring you wisdom. And it's going to make you feel like you want to rebel and retreat and go home. But where's home? You're home. No matter where you go, no matter how far you roam, you're always home. And that's not a story that I'm telling. Sometimes you have to be a great leader and be an individual in your own way and be authentic for people to recognize you. It's a period of silence sometimes needed. Self-reflect, to give gratitude, and to hold yourself accountable, as well as being able to be resilient. Now, as a mother, I was given intuition of my own. Chance to self-reflect and rest. Because there's nothing but Empress energy. Being a good soulmate to somebody, whether it being however you want to title it, we all have souls, means that you're both teachers. You as well as your partner, your person in your existence, the people around you, the world around you. And you have to have a certain kind of bravery to create this change. Now, whether you fall or you rise, either way, you're the artist. And you will bloom on this journey like the magician you are. You just need to have faith, especially from the higher ones, the ones that are higher than you. They bring messages, they send messages, and they just don't know if you're ready for all this fortune yet. But you are ready. You've been sitting in your silence, in your strength, in your beauty for so long now. Years and years and years. It's time to start flowing like a river to your joy. Now, there may be some masculine figures that may try to delay your path. But just know that there you have crystal vision. And you are a true leader. And you loved through your loss. You used your imagination. And you trusted yourself. Just like that of a shaman. You're a star. And you're synchronizing right now. Because of that, it's attracting. It's gathering. It's creating you to become in tune. And heal with yourself. As well as others. They always thought, or you thought, that you were a dreamer. And they tried to block that. But you've got night vision. So stay persistent. And dig your roots deep. Because right now, you're going to find out. And you need to protect yourself.
You want to wear the witch's hat?
I can. You want me to? I'll wear it. Here, give it to me. I'll wear it.
And what?
Is it black?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah. My fiance's giving me my witch's hat off the wall real quick. Funny.
So you got spiders on it.
Sweet.
Here you go.
Awesome. Oh, Lord. Here we go.
Now go ahead. Dive in.
I look like the chick off of freaking...
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, something like that. So, yeah. That's the message. I hope y'all enjoyed that. That was funny. Okay. So, I done shuffled the deck again already. So, it is what it is, right? But yeah, that's the message. I don't know who needed to hear that, but whatever that was, it was definitely channeled. Because I was running with it. And I was just letting it flow. Now, a lot of times I'll write. And I'll do that. So, for those of you who actually do read tarot, go ahead and re-watch the video. And let me know what you got from this. Or for those of you who don't read tarot, same thing. If you saw imagery of something different than what I've said, and it has to do with your life, let me know. Because I want to know if I was right or not. Now, I'm going to backtrack for a second and go back to the very beginning of this reading. And I'm going to reread it for the world. This is what I mean by tarot. It could be representative for anything. So, right now, we're in winter. At least America is. The last time I did this, I was actually right, so I'm kind of nervous to say this. As a collective, we need to start working together. Unity. We need to look at the world in a different way. Because going forward into the future, our differences are the things that we had behind us that we're no longer creating a space for the ability to have unity. It's going to change. There may be a situation that will cause this change all over the world. Brotherly love is needed. Grace, gentleness. You may get information, or we as a collective, the world may hear things or experience or see things very differently now. As you know, the world is changing at a much faster rate than we're used to, or at least that I'm used to. The change that is happening is all over the world. As you know, I already have the card upside down. But if you look at it in the upright, this person is rejoicing from drowning in the past, going from what was the promise to the new world. there's going to be new leaders in this new world. New generations are going to become more prevalent in your existence and in your current situations. The change that we see, and it's very interesting to me, that specifically shows a certain part of the map. Maybe a new leader will rise up from this certain area of the map. Or you may be traveling to this area of the map. But something in reference to this. This may be something in the future. Maybe a new way to pass through for merchants. Maybe there's a division that happens and a rearranging that happens within a government, within a country, within the world. There's a division that happens. Be aware of a new waterway in, I believe this is Africa. Yeah. Tell me you see it too. Because they've been talking a lot about like the waterway over here being one of the most prevalent areas for transport for merchants. And it's an issue because of war. But now, because of all those wars that are happening over there, maybe now they're going to freaking make a new Panama Canal in the middle of freaking Africa for the merchants to be able to go through there. But then it would also create beachfront. It would create waterway to a desert area. And it would create business. And it would ease the flow of merchants around the country. And I don't know what is there. Isn't that like the Horn of Africa or something like that? Anyway, that's what I'm getting. So maybe because of this new waterway, we'll create a unity between the people that will create more peace instead of there being so much conflict. Or it's putting it in a place out of conflict, taking you away from conflict and putting you in a place of peace. So there's going to be there's someone going to speak on this, and you're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about something that some major changes that are going to happen in the world around you. But you have to be gentle with yourself and with others at this time, because there's so many changes that are happening at the same exact time, and everyone's getting hit with it from every angle. And they're trying to process it as best they can. Illumination. Something about the moon or a planet. I feel like other people in government from other parts of the world are going to have to find a creative new way to make things work. And they're going to speak on it. Lots of changes. You're going to hear about a lot of changes that are happening. Someone in red is speaking on something. Red, passion, fiery. Someone who's very passionate is going to be the outcome. So you're going to hear about this somewhere. The creativity is needed. Creators are needed right now for the future. Something having to do with multifaceted, multidimensional, clarity, speaking clearly, imagery, vanity. Lord. Coming together. Let me look at this one a little better. I'm just running with it, y'all. This is just my own. This is just whatever's coming to mind at first. I'm trying to see what part of the world this shows. See, because in this map, even though there's movement, travel, movement in this map, I don't know if I can even get it to see. But in this map, I can't really see what part of the world that is. I know it's not actual, but usually it's about general. But either way, there's a very fine, very definitive line that's cutting across on both maps, like a division. There's a dividing that's happening, and in unity, you know, that's really the only way we're going to get forward in this, is being united. Because united we stand and divided we fall. And we've already been divided. We've been divided already. But I feel like they're speaking on this division. Maybe there's a division that's happening in Africa? A conflict in Africa? Horn of Plenty. No, this is providence. This is progression. This is... she's rejoicing in the water. She's rejoicing in the water, but this is reversed. So maybe the waterway was meant to be something positive, but it's going to end up being something negative. I don't know. I know I'm stuck on certain topics. I see tribal here with this transition of speech, you know, speaking the truth. I see something almost tribal, like they have to travel a long distance. Because see how close this is to get to here? Had to take a long time. Because see, this person is already old. They have gray hair by the time that this comes to the truth and the light of this youth. Maybe what the older generations were speaking on is finally going to be heard by the younger generations and understood. I feel like there's a message. Hey. Okay.
You want to see that closer?
Oh, that's cool. I didn't see that.
Me neither. I just discovered it. And with the light on, be able to see it even with clarity.
Oh, wow. Is that a jeweler's light?
I don't know. It's on your side of the bed. I forgot to put that there, and I hooked it up and found.
Okay. Cool. That's awesome. It's got a little magnifying glass on the top of the light.
I'm just gonna hang
like
it
a reading light?
Yeah, that's what it is. But you can look.
Interesante. Are you plugging it in right now? Well, you're gonna blind me by the light. Oh my god.
See?
Okay. Yeah, that's true. Hold on. Oh, fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, now actually, yeah, I can now look at where's the map.
You can do whatever you want with this store right now.
Thank you. I don't want to tell him anymore because I don't want him to get his head big, but he is. He's a good guy. So yeah. All right. So said map. Oh shit! It really is a fucking map. What? It's a legit map. That's crazy. What? I wonder where the division is. Alright, so I think that's like Italy. Yeah, that looks like Italy. That's okay, so it's below Italy. Sorry, y'all. I have to like close one eye and squint the other just to be able to see, even with the magnifying glass. So, okay, let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Pull it up. Of course. All right. Oh, it won't let me do it. Anyway, so I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's like it's an actual map. I want to see if I can get it to like zoom in more, but like my phone won't do it. But can you see what I'm talking about as far as like that looks kind of like Italy and like over there somewhere. I don't know. It just looks like a real map to me. That's crazy. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different part of the planet, but that looks like Russia. And like over here would be like China, maybe like India area. I don't know. And then Africa. I don't know. It looks like freaking Italy or something. It's the bar is like covering. See, like the bar is covering like the Middle East, like red area. I don't know. That's just what I saw. Anyways, don't mind me. It's just whatever. So, okay. So maybe because of the fact of the conflicts that are happening in the Middle East and in that part of the world, maybe now there'll be a change that happens because of that. I hope it doesn't divide countries. I hope it brings unity. And maybe because of that waterway, it'll bring unity. Who knows? But it's going to happen quickly. And it's funny that, like, when I read the storm card, how many times have we seen in the news lately or, like, on TikTok or something about these orbs or, like, the UAPs and the UFOs and stuff like that and these little drones? Well, in the storm card, there's, like, a little alien drone, like, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory looking thing in the sky. And it looks like it's over the desert area. Or maybe, like I said, with the waterway, maybe that waterway is for more than one reason. Or more than one way. And having the strength to be able to see that. Baby?
Yeah.
Okay. Planting seeds. So, I don't know. But, let's see. Okay, thinking of princesses, right? Because I don't know why, but like princesses and horses. I feel like there's going to be new leaders that are needing to be gentle and kind and speak their truth. Or maybe that's how you're supposed to lead your own personal life. Maybe that's what you're afraid of, or let's see, what is it? Loss and what? Hopes and or fears. So maybe you feel or afraid of receiving gentleness and kindness, but maybe the world has been afraid of being gentle and kind to other people because of being used and abused for so long and been in the darkness for so long, or put in bad situations or put out. Maybe that's the reason why they're not gentle and kind anymore, but you do need to, especially with the children of the world. We really need to start, whether you pray or not, I don't care. I don't care if you're religious, spiritual, whatever the fuck you believe in, I don't give a shit. And if you don't believe in anything, I just really need you to send good vibes to the children of the world today. I need you to pray for them. They are lost in so much chaos, but it's going to create a good change for the future. Go ahead and tell you though, the new world is nothing like anything we've ever experienced before. And unfortunately, it's a lot faster. So just give yourself grace and be gentle with yourself during this time, especially with all these changes that are happening. And different perspectives, different points of view. I mean, there's going to be a lot of passion in this. People are going to really be speaking their truth on a lot of stuff because people are really tired of the bullshit. You know, they're tired of being put in the dark. Everything's coming to light now, and we're starting to see that all the things that we were told in the past may or may not be the truth. The truth will probably be coming to light, and you're going to hear about it in the summer. There's winter, spring, and summer here. And then I pulled fall at the end of the deck. So all of these quick changes have happened from winter, spring to now coming into the summer. The story the parrot told, counting his money dubiously. Kiss the story. Be careful. Okay, sorry. This includes me. Be careful what you hear. Pay very close attention to the words that are said from certain people, even if they're speaking passionately on it. You're going to get spiritual guidance from someone about this situation that put you in sorrow. But you're coming out of it. We're all coming out of this dark period of darkness, and we're looking at the world the way that it is now, and we absolutely need change. We need a solution. But when there feels like that there's no end in sight, maybe that's for a reason. The reason for the end, that there is no end in sight, is because it's needing constant change. It's needing evolution. It requires that void that we all do not know anything of. We need to use our own inner intuition and wisdom the traditionalism is there for a reason. And even though you want to rebel against it, you'll start to notice as time goes by that the synchronicities are a little too common. They're persistent. And it causes healing and reflection and gratitude. You have to lead yourself. We need a good leader to lead us. We need creators to lead us to a new world, to a better tomorrow. I need people who are influencers to influence this new world in a way that is beneficial for all involved, not just one type. We hated Hitler for that. We, as a collective, we hated people who forced us to be one way. But yet we force the world to be one way every day. We're very counterintuitive to our own needs and stuff. So it's very interesting. Right now I'm reading from an oracle deck. I am not a tarot reader. I'm not a professional. This is for entertainment purposes only. Take it how it resonates, and it don't. But yeah, I was just doing a general nonsense reading. I'm not like an actual tarot reader. I'm just nonsense bullshitting around. So, whatever happened last year or in this transitional period in the past couple of seasons, don't worry. You're going to be coming out of it. Just use your creativity. You're going to hear the truth from someone about something. Everything's going to be all right. You're coming out of a period of sorrow. There's a lot of changes that are coming. And maybe someone may be coming into your life to help you along your path. But speak your truth and everything will be okay. Just be gentle with yourself and with others. That's the reading. Ta-da! You're welcome. But yeah, don't retreat. Use your resilience. But just remember to rest. And sometimes it's best to stay silent. Grounded. Stay grounded. Grounded is a word that came up too. Roots. Grounded. Keep your roots deep. Yeah. Stand firm. Stand firm, America, because we got one hell of a fucking interesting ride ahead of us. If it's been anything like it's been the past 3 seasons, I don't even know what the hell I went for season 4. So, yeah. Where is the trip card? Jesus. Alright. You love America? Good. You're British? Hi. Hi from America. I'm from North Carolina, which is on the east coast of the United States. Kind of more, it's in the south. So, it's in the southeastern part of the United States. So how is it from across the pond? I have friends across the pond. I have TikTokers from across the pond that I absolutely love and would love to meet. There's actually a tarot card reader that's from over there too. She's pretty cool. Actually, there's a guy too. Yeah, because they're not far from each other. They actually did one of those TikToks where collaborators come together. That's what we need to do. We need to come together. Unity. You're drinking tea. You got a spot of tea. The only British I know is like that. But I don't even know if I sound right. I'm joking. I try to do interpretations sometimes. I'm not very good at it, but I think I'm hilarious, and that's all that matters. So there you go. I would like to go all over the world, to be honest with you, but I'm afraid to. I'm terrified to. I'm American. Everybody hates me. Sorry. Anyway, Like I'm a very, very outspoken American as well. I really don't like it. Anyway, so it's not too bad. My favorite tea is like a mint tea, like a chamomile mint tea. That's my favorite. Like Sleepy Time. That's my favorite tea in the whole world. But I also on stream last year, 2 years ago, we had tea time, which was like we would sit and have teas. Like we would just go to the store and get like random teas and try them in different ways and stuff. It was really cool. Because I mean, everybody, at least here, is all like coffee, 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 coffee. So, yes, I do. That is accurate. Personally, my favorite one was actually handmade for me. So I think that kudos to them for that. That was my best item. It was a handmade paddle that was made and hand engraved. That was my favorite one. So, as far as like purchases and stuff like that, I think like the leather corset was probably my favorite one. Yes, a lot of adult products are very expensive. Unfortunately, most things are expensive nowadays. You know that. Yeah, a lot of this stuff, like especially if it's custom made, you're going to be paying for it. But it's worth it because it's custom made. Des! Hello, darling. How are you? No, I was just reading an Oracle deck. I'm not actually doing readings. I was just random bullshitting for like a little while. So. Yeah, you're gonna have to go back in my YouTube and rewatch it because my lazy ass hasn't transferred any of my freaking Twitches to YouTube yet. Yeah, I was just pulling like random bullshit cards. Anyway, it's been a long time since I've done like any kind of tarot anything. I actually pulled out my deck the other day for the first time. I don't know how long. I don't even have an altar or nothing. I don't have nothing. Yeah. But Jeff got this Oracle deck, and I was messing around with it because it's different than my regular tarot deck. It's the imagery in it is really awesome. The artist, whoever created this, was very talented. You got death, moving on, and faith. Awesome. Death is transition. Don't worry about that. That doesn't mean actual death. Moving on, same concept. Faith, yeah. Having faith during transition is absolutely needed. No matter what you believe in. Or if you don't, then you gotta have some kind of higher vibrational energy within you, hopefully. And if not, then you need to get some. You okay, baby?
Yeah.
Okay. 300 bits for a 3-card reading. Yeah, I think transition is like the key word right now. I think the whole world is going through a major transition right now. Only thing constant is change anyways. So. You can give me 300 bits for a 3-card reading. Just saying. I wouldn't, whether it would be accurate or not, I have no idea. I just run my mouth and hope for the best, usually. What?
I'm talking to the tax preparation people, HR Block. I'm sorry. No, I got to still draw my. I have to still figure out what I got to do. This is my first year that I've been starting my
Okay. I didn't even know he was on the phone. It's like he was just randomly talking to himself. No idea. Gotcha. Okay. Oh, he's freaking out because of taxes. Taxes, schmaxes. Who needs to pay taxes? I haven't done my taxes in 3 months. Anyway, so on that note, I actually did like a Daz. I did a full Celtic Cross layout, and just kind of did a random read, personally, career wise, as well as worldwide. So I kind of like walk back over it again a couple times. I was very, very disappointed because I was so scared when TikTok got shut down because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to see my tarot readers anymore. I was like, no, I'm going to die. Anyway, and clean talk is like life. So, actually tarot talk is life, but, so you can actually get like spiritual psychosis. So y'all check that out. Just be careful. Only take what resonates. When I say that, I mean like, if it doesn't sound, like if it sounds like it's new information, it may or may not be for you. Like if it sounds like off the fucking wall, like way out of nowhere, it's not for you. So when you're listening to people talking about tarot, there may be bits and pieces in that reading that may pertain to you. It may not be the whole reading. It may just be one sentence or one word that is said in the reading that's meant for you, but you're meant to hear it. Whatever it is that you hear or see or experience, you're meant to receive that message when the reading is happening. Excuse me. Now, in life, tarot readers will tell you this too, that eventually you don't even need the cards. In life, you'll start to get synchronicities and numbers and colors, images, messages, words, letters, smells, sounds. You'll hear a voice. There may be lyrics and songs. There may be anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Anything in your surrounding, as long as it's input, it's incoming, then this information is being transferred. So, for example, Jeff and I have been seeing a lot of unicorns lately. So let me look up what the spiritual definition of what a unicorn means. As soon as I can actually click on it, because my mouse is being stupid. Spiritual definition of unicorns. Purity, healing, and transformation, and also can represent wonder, courage, and freedom. Innocence and purity. Pure hearts can see unicorns. Unicorns are said to have healing powers that purify poison and water and heal the mind, body, and spirit. Transformation is associated with the phoenix and the butterfly and represents the transformation that occurs when people open themselves to spiritual wisdom. It evokes a sense of childlike wonder and awe at the nature of existence, often depicted as sweet, pure, filled with life. It is said that they never can be captured, although they can sometimes be killed. A unicorn is described as a powerful animal with 1 or 2 horns. Unicorn is a biblical translation of the wild ox in the Revised Version. It reminds us of our own inner power, soul, purpose, and magic that is within every single one of us. The unicorn animal spirit will help you realize your dreams and bring your visions to fruition. So symbolically, it's of purity, innocence, and power. Do they have a Christian meaning? Great ferocity and strength. Ox, antelope, or wild oxen. 2-horned animal, but the exact reference to the word so rendered reem is doubtful. What does unicorn mean for a woman? Someone who engages in sexual activity with a couple and not participating on... Oh, never mind. That's something else. What does it mean in Hebrew? A splendid horned animal called reem. The word was translated unicorn or rhinoceros in many versions of the Bible, but modern translations prefer wild ox, aurochs, or aurochs, anyway, which is the correct meaning of the Hebrew ram. What is it in Psalm 92? An extinct animal. What is it, a metaphor for? Fantasy or rarity? What does God say about unicorns? Brought out of Egypt as hath with the strength of a unicorn. Oh, never mind. So, always be yourself unless you could be a unicorn. That's funny. So, yeah. Anyway, hope y'all enjoyed that. I was not planning on doing that at all today, but I took up an entire 2 hours doing it. So, on that note, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy your inauguration of President Trump as much as you're going to see it today. Positive or negative, I just hope that this world starts working together instead of against each other, because I'm tired of war, but most likely we'll be on the brink of World War III anytime now. I bet $1 that Trump's face will be in the sky. So, for all those of you who bet against me, when time comes, pay up. Okay, so I guess that's it. I don't really know what else to say. I wasn't coming on here to do an Oracle card reading. I came on here to do ManicMonday, and then I just went a whole nother direction, and those 2 hours went by fast. So, anyway, on that note, till next time, Daz and many more, my Dazzlers. I love y'all, and I hope you'll have a great day, and until I see you again, I hope you behave. Bye.